Hello, you beautiful legends. I'm not sure if you can hear me, but here it is. Croissant Gamer joining me on today's episode. I switched the camera, so we are coming back from our test run or test interval run. Of course, we came back with some coffee and stuff because it wasn't the regular run. But we wanted to test ourselves how rusty we are.
It is windy today.
Yeah, it's very windy. You can't see it.
Very is an understatement.
It's not visible at the moment because we are hidden
Behind the trees.
So, but it will be in a short moment. So, I just wanted to record the first segment because I didn't record anything yet today. This is the 466th episode of Blood Force Healing.
200 more to go to the magical number.
Oh yeah,
6.
to the so-called devil's number. Anyway, the one highlight of today's episode that we'll show you later on at home is that Croissant Gamer finally has his neon sign.
Yeah.
So we can plan on setting the proper camera or recording device so he can start doing YouTube videos with his new neon sign. More about it later on. I wanted to make sure that I start something up, and further segments I will record shortly. And welcome back after this lovely run with Julian, or actually interval run for about 2.5 kilometers. We decided to just walk back and not run at all. It wasn't the activity that we planned for to be something special or anything, I would say, competitive or anything like that. It was more of a test because neither Julian nor myself, we were not training anything in the recent months. It was quite a hiatus. Julian didn't participate in many trainings, soccer trainings that he used to do. So prior to our trip to Morocco, I think probably about a month before Morocco, he got sick. Then he was recovering for some time. Then there was Morocco. Then after Morocco, he was recovering from another thing that he got just before the Morocco. So it was quite a turbulent time in terms of his health, I would say. Nothing serious, but obviously some infections. One of them, the one after Morocco, required antibiotic because it was ongoing for too long already, and I think there was some additional infection that developed, so GP decided to give him antibiotic. But anyway, that accounts for about 2-3 months of no training for Julian. The only activity that he does is either walking with us, which is also not every day. It's usually over the weekends. When he's at school, obviously they have the long break, so they play football or soccer in their yard, the schoolyard. So there is some level of activity, but obviously nothing too much of a stress. So I came up with the idea yesterday and told Julian that we'll go for a run today to see how bad or how rusty we are. Because I wasn't running for quite a long time as well. And the only activity for myself was also either the walks or that very rare situation with the company soccer or football that we played once a month or something like that. So it was very difficult to get out the door, because not only today weather was totally messed up, from lashing rain and wind to very short bursts of hailstorms and then sunny spells. It was a very weird day. My wife managed to do the walk herself. I was waiting for Julian to finish playing console, and after that we decided that we will go and just do the test run. And we knew that we can't just do one continuous long run, so we decided to start with a walk, do the short run, then walk again, then run, and do that kind of interval. 2 minutes walk, 2 minutes run, roughly. And so we did. It was quite chilly because it was 8 degrees Celsius, but the felt temperature was about 3. So we did that for about 15 minutes until we reached Super Value. Then I got my coffee, Julian got some sports drink and some sweet, like I think Milky Way stars or whatever. And we sat down for a moment in Super Value and then decided that on the way back we won't be running even interval, we will just walk back home, because it will still be altogether about 475 up to 5 kilometers. So a decent walk anyway, and some pumping already happened on the way in to Super Value. So we tested, we knew that our hearts are fairly ready. It was a bit difficult in the beginning, but eventually we know that we can start doing proper runs or proper intervals and get to the routine of running. So hopefully this is what will happen now as we approach New Year, and also hopefully we will keep up in the new year for long, hopefully the whole year, with the regular trainings. Other than that, there was nothing to update you on, except for one small thing before I wrap up. So those of you that were already reading, watching, or listening to the podcast, you knew probably when I mentioned before Christmas that I ordered for Julian the customized neon sign with his gaming nickname, Croissant Gamer. And it arrived today. We tested that up. We actually put that on the wall. So I want to show you, because I promised this also in the first segment. And as you can see, it's already quite yellowish in his cave. But let me show you how it looks here. So as I am recording it, it obviously is visible to me in a mirror, but I can only hope that when I stop recording it will be a proper way. You should read Croissant Gamer, and this is exactly what we wanted. So this is on the opposite wall to the gaming setup, so whenever he will be playing, he can record himself sitting in the chair and basically have a proper gaming name in the back and record the screen, for example. And this way he can start producing more of the gaming videos or whatever videos he wants. So the room is getting shape properly now. So that's it for today. It was quite a smooth and eventless Thursday. Tomorrow, which is Friday, I hope that we will just have some plans made for the weekend and the New Year's Eve, and hopefully some dinner that we plan for to happen, but we don't know yet where. I have 2 or 3 restaurants that I found, not a fancy restaurants, but restaurants that have something original about them, and maybe we'll be able to book them for the Christmas Eve dinner, which would be nice. They are all quite far away from us, so that means that we will probably start that day early, maybe with some hike, then dinner, and then return home, or the other way around. Maybe we will do kind of lunch instead of dinner, and then we will just go for a hike and return home. But that would mean that we will have to prepare some dinner at home. It might be the only way, because we don't know how long those restaurants will be open before the New Year's Eve. Well, before the New Year's Eve. So I don't know how it goes. I will obviously update you on that. For now, that's it for today. Thank you very much for tuning in. I always appreciate your time. Hope you have a great rest of the day, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. Stay tuned and see you tomorrow.